Hello everyone, I am in the studio and I'm coming to you with a new little uncommon alterations, and today I am doing a hem from the knees. So these are the jeans that need to be hemmed, and as you can see they have a lot of fringy detail and she needs 3 inches off of these. So I could have went up 3 inches and just done a running stitch like here and left about this much to fray at the bottom, but she was gonna lose a lot of her flare and she didn't want that. Also, what could be done is this flare is a separate piece, so I could undo it and move the whole flare up. However, this fringe detail would be lost towards the top because there's not going to be enough seam allowance above here to create this fringe effect. So I think just moving this up would have made the whole situation really weird. She had brought this to me asking for it to be a seam across the top, hemmed from here, but I think it will look less odd to hem it from the knee. She needs 3 inches off, so I'm just going to where I want the seam to start, and then from here I'm gonna go up 3 inches, and this is where those 2 seams are gonna meet. So essentially we're just doing this with the pants, and this is a good spot too because the pants are roughly like the same width right here. There shouldn't be any weird puckering or anything. And then I just need to add my seam allowance here. So I'm just gonna cut across the leg. Then I will stitch these 2 together, and I'm gonna do some kind of top stitching. I will probably press the seam allowance towards the bottom and top stitch here. If I press the seam allowance towards the top, if she puts her foot in it, it's gonna catch on that seam allowance all the time. Here is the finished product. It's funny, you can actually almost barely see my seam here. I matched up the seams pretty well, and as this wears and gets washed, it'll develop the same kind of rippling, natural sort of wash that you see here. And on the inside, it looks all nice and clean and stitched down, so she's not catching her foot on there. And that is it for a little episode of Uncommon Alterations. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to make more of these for you.